Hello, my name is Roger Muller. Today we're going to talk about plunge routers and how to make some of the depth adjustments on them. Most plunge routers, but not all, come with a turret with 3 or 4 screws on it to help adjust height, a stop rod, which may have a micro adjustment like these two do. On the DeWalt over here, I'm not going to go into it in depth as far as micro adjustment is concerned. As far as the turret principle is concerned, there are 3 heights on the turret, and you really have to look at these carefully because where you have the screw and where the column height is, it's that total effect you're looking for. The tall one, and here you'll see that defined by the column, is the one that's used first for roughing out. The medium one, as indicated here by the column, is next to final pass. This is the one that's set like a 16th or a 32nd inch above where the final cut of the router bit will hit. The lowest one, as indicated right here by the short column, is the one that will do the final pass and give you that nice smooth surface where you want to just take off, say, a 16th of an inch on your last pass. Most woodworkers do not understand how to use these things. They think they have something to do with, hey, here's how this bit's set, or here's how that one is. In reality, the bit settings are controlled, very much by the depth to which they're inserted in the router, and thus you can't really memorize anything between sessions with these. They're used strictly for depth adjustment while cutting. How do you go about using the things? Here's the workflow that I have. Remember that the short one, as defined by the column here and the total height, is going to be that one which controls final cut. We're ready to set the final depth on this thing, and we'll do that, of course, on the short column here. Let's go to our work. We're going to plunge the router down, and we're going to lock it in place. I'm not going to be real fussy here because we're just going to talk through this for demonstration purposes. At this point in time, this is essentially a stationary router. Now, what I want to set up is when I have the short column, I'm going to loosen the stop rod. When I have this short column in place right here, and I go down in there and lock it, that is my final depth. After I've made the test cut and the machine's locked down, if I need to come up 1/10 of a millimeter or down 1/10 of a millimeter, I can do it with this micro adjustment. In setting this router up, it's very important that there be some spacing between this collar and the machine up here. And right now I've got about 1/8 of an inch spacing. That's where this up and down adjustment goes. Now, how do you do that? Well, we swing the turret aside. Then we can unlock the router if we want to, might as well. And we are going to make adjustments. Let's just move this 0.2 millimeter in one direction. Then when we bring our turret back, again, we're at the low level, we'll go on down, we'll lock the machine, and we're in business at just a slightly different level. 0.1 millimeters is 1/256th of an inch. So do 2 of them, it's 1/28th, 1/128th, etc. Okay, we're about ready to go ahead and do the real project when we've reconfirmed on a test board that this is the final depth that we want. We will simply release the router. Remember, there's quite a workflow sequence to this. You have to get this down. Don't do this when you're frustrated, or it just you won't love the attachment. Okay, we're back into plunge mode. Let's worry about hogging out some of the material. To do that, we go to the high depth, put her down, set it. We now have basically a stationary router. We'll make our cut. Now we'll release it when we're done. Let it pop back down. Let's rotate the turret to the middle height column. We'll push the router down, lock it in place, go make our next to final pass. Then for that very small incremental extra fine cut that we want, release the lock, turn the turret to the short one, punch it down. Oops. And make sure you get these turrets engaged properly. Punch it down and lock it. and make your pass. So we have covered how you can use the turret in a series of 3 adjustments to very gently ease into your project. We've shown you how to use this incremental spacing feature to raise it up or down. Remember, you're only doing that on the final pass. With that, we hope you have fun using the plunge router and in specific using the turret mechanism. My name is Roger Moeller. Thank you.